Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Speaking Podcast.
Let's learn, practice, and speak English together.
I'm so glad you're here with us today.
Hi guys, it's great to be back. I actually had a really funny morning, but that's a story for later.
Oh no, now I'm curious. Okay, save it for the end. So today we're talking about something a lot of our listeners have asked about.
Yes, today's topic is how to talk like a confident person in English.
This is such an important topic because so many English learners know the grammar, they know the vocabulary, but when they speak, they sound nervous or unsure.
Exactly. And by the end of this episode, you're going to know exactly which words, phrases, and habits make someone sound confident, even if their English isn't perfect.
That's the key point right there. Confident doesn't mean perfect. We'll explain that more in a bit.
So while you're listening, think about this question. When was the last time you felt confident speaking English? Write your answer in the comments. We really want to know.
Yes, please comment. We read every single one, and it helps us know what to talk about next.
And of course, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any episodes from English Speaking Podcast.
We upload new episodes regularly, and each one helps you sound more natural and more confident in English.
All right, are you ready to dive in?
Let's do it. Let's start with the basics of what confident English actually sounds like.
Great, let's get into it.
So let's start with the basic idea. Confident English isn't about a big vocabulary or complicated grammar. It's about how you say things.
Right, a lot of learners think, I need to learn more words to sound confident. But actually, confident speakers often use very simple words.
Exactly. The structure is simple. Strong words plus short sentences equals confidence. Let's break that down.
First, strong words. Instead of saying, I think maybe it's a good idea, a confident speaker says, I think it's a good idea.
Did you hear that? You just removed the word maybe. That one small word can make your sentence sound unsure.
Right. Words like maybe, kind of, sort of, and I guess are not wrong, but if you use them too much, you sound less confident.
Let me give a few examples. Instead of, I kind of want to go to the party, try, I want to go to the party.
Instead of, I guess this is correct, try, this is correct.
Instead of, maybe we should leave now, try, we should leave now, or let's leave now.
See the pattern? You're not changing the meaning much. You're just removing the soft, unsure words.
Now here's something personal. I used to say maybe in almost every sentence when I was learning a new skill. It's a habit, and it's an easy one to fix once you notice it.
That's so relatable. Okay, second part, short sentences. Confident speakers don't try to make one giant, complicated sentence.
Right, when you're nervous, you might try to say everything in one long sentence, and then you get lost in the middle.
Instead, confident English uses short, clear sentences. One idea, one sentence. Then the next idea, another sentence.
For example, instead of, so I was thinking that maybe we could possibly go to the restaurant later if that's okay with everyone, you could say, I want to go to the restaurant later. Is that okay with everyone?
Two short sentences instead of one long, complicated one. Much clearer, much more confident.
Now, can you try this? Think of a sentence you often say in your native language that's very long. Try to break it into two shorter English sentences.
Yes, try that right now, out loud if you can. Practicing out loud, even alone, really trains your mouth and your brain together.
Now let's talk about negative forms, because this matters too. When you disagree or say no, confident speakers are direct but polite.
Instead of, I don't really know if that's true, which sounds unsure, try, I'm not sure about that. It's shorter, clearer, and still polite.
Instead of, I don't think maybe that's a good idea, try, I don't think that's a good idea. Just one clear negative, not two.
Can you notice how many words we're removing? That's actually the secret. Confident English is often about removing extra words, not adding more.
So to quickly summarize this section, use strong words instead of soft ones like maybe or kind of, keep your sentences short, and be direct with your negative forms.
Simple words, short sentences, clear structure. That's the foundation of confident English.
One more small tip before we move on. If you caught yourself saying maybe or kind of, don't stop and panic. Just finish your sentence and try the stronger version next time.
That's such a healthy way to think about it. You're not trying to be perfect on the first try. You're just building a new habit slowly.
Now let's build on that. Confidence isn't just about the words you use, it's also about how you start and answer questions.
This is such a good point. A lot of learners freeze when someone asks them a question in English, even a simple one.
Right, and one reason is they try to think of the perfect answer before they speak. But confident speakers just start talking.
Here's a real-life situation. Someone asks you, "What do you think about this plan?" A nervous speaker might pause for 5 seconds thinking about grammar.
But a confident speaker starts with a simple opening phrase like, I think, or in my opinion, or honestly, and then continues from there.
Let's demonstrate this. Speaker 1, ask me a question.
Okay, what do you think about working from home?
Honestly, I think it has good points and bad points. I like the flexibility, but I miss talking to people in person.
See how natural that sounded? You didn't wait for the perfect sentence. You started with honestly, and the rest came naturally.
That's the trick. The first 3 words carry you into the rest of the sentence. Your brain relaxes once you've started.
Now, let's compare formal and informal versions of this too. In a formal situation, like a meeting, you might say, in my opinion, this plan could work well.
In an informal situation with friends, you might just say, honestly, I think it's a good plan.
Same confidence, different formality level. Both are correct. You just choose based on the situation.
Now, here's a quick practice activity. I'll give you a question, and you pause the audio and answer out loud using one of our opening phrases.
Ready? Question 1. What's your favorite season and why?
Go ahead, pause and answer now.
Question 2. Do you prefer coffee or tea?
Again, pause and answer using I think, honestly, or in my opinion.
Great practice. Now here are 3 tips for making this even more natural.
First, don't wait for silence to be perfect. A small pause is completely normal, even for native speakers.
Second, it's okay to think out loud. You can say, let me think about that for a second. That's actually a very confident phrase.
Third, don't apologize for thinking. A lot of learners say, sorry, let me think. But you don't need to apologize for taking a second to answer.
That's such a good point. Confident speakers give themselves permission to pause without apologizing for it.
So please, write in the comments, what's a question in English that always makes you nervous? We might use it in a future episode.
To review this section, use opening phrases like I think, honestly, or in my opinion to start your answers. Adjust your formality based on the situation and never apologize for a small pause.
Confidence is really about starting the sentence. The rest follows naturally.
Now let's talk about something a little different, confident tone of voice. I know we're an audio podcast, but tone matters a lot too.
Right. This is about how you say something, not just what you say. 2 people can say the exact same sentence and one sounds confident while the other sounds nervous.
Here's a practical scenario. Imagine you're at work and you need to ask your manager for a day off.
A nervous way to say it, is it maybe okay if, I could possibly take a day off next week?
A confident way to say it, could I take a day off next week? I have something important to take care of.
Notice the second one is direct, but still polite. It's a clear question followed by a clear reason.
Here's a tip for politeness and naturalness. You don't need extra words to be polite. Could I and please already do that job?
Right. Some learners add 5 polite words to every sentence, thinking it sounds more respectful, but it actually sounds less confident.
For tone and delivery, try to speak at a steady pace, not too fast, not too slow. Fast speaking from nerves can make you harder to understand.
And don't be afraid of small pauses between sentences. A short pause actually sounds more confident than rushing through everything.
Let's do a real-life practice situation together. Imagine you're ordering food at a restaurant and they don't have what you wanted.
A confident response, that's okay. Could I get the second option instead?
Simple, clear, polite. No long apology needed. No over-explaining.
Let's try another one. Imagine someone disagrees with your idea in a meeting.
A confident response, that's a fair point, but I still think my idea could work well here.
See that? You acknowledge their point first, that's a fair point, and then you stay confident with your own opinion, but I still think. This is such a useful pattern. Acknowledge, then continue with your own thought.
It works in almost any disagreement. Now, here's your mini practice. I'll describe a situation and you respond out loud using the acknowledge then continue pattern. Situation: your friend says your plan is too expensive.
Pause the audio and respond now, starting with something like, "That's true, but..."
Great job. Speaking out loud, even to yourself, really builds this confidence muscle over time.
Let's quickly review the structure we've covered across these 3 sections: strong and short sentences, opening phrases to start answers, and steady tone with the acknowledge then continue pattern for disagreements.
Put those 3 things together and you already sound like a much more confident English speaker. Okay, now let's be honest about mistakes, because we definitely made these too when we were building our own confidence.
Oh, absolutely. I used to say sorry before almost every sentence, even when I hadn't done anything wrong.
That's actually our first common mistake, over-apologizing, saying sorry before a question or opinion, like, sorry, but I think.
Incorrect. Sorry, I don't understand. Correct. I don't understand. Could you explain that again?
See the difference? The second one is direct and still polite without starting with an apology that isn't needed.
Mistake number 2, using too many soft words together. Something like, I kind of, maybe, think it's sort of a good idea.
That sentence has 3 soft words in a row. Correct version: I think it's a good idea. Much stronger.
Why is this wrong? It's not grammatically wrong, but it stacks uncertainty, and the listener starts to doubt what you're saying too.
Mistake number 3, rising intonation on statements, which makes them sound like questions. Saying, I live in the city, when it's actually a fact, not a question.
This happens when we're nervous about being corrected, but confident speakers say facts with a flat or falling tone. I live in the city.
A better alternative is to practice saying your basic facts, your name, your job, your city, with a confident, flat tone, not rising like a question.
Mistake number 4, and this one is funny, over-explaining a simple answer. Someone asks, do you like pizza? And the answer becomes a 3-minute story.
I'm guilty of this one, honestly. Correct approach: answer the question first, yes, I love pizza, and then add more only if you want to.
Let's give you a practice prompt for each mistake. First, try answering, how are you, without saying sorry first.
Second, try saying, I think it's a good idea, without adding kind of or maybe.
Third, say your city name out loud with a flat, confident tone, not rising like a question.
Fourth, answer a yes or no question with just the direct answer first.
And please remember, these mistakes are completely normal. Every single English learner, including us, has made every one of these mistakes.
Exactly. Mistakes are part of learning. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to notice these patterns and slowly replace them.
You're doing great just by listening to this episode and thinking about your own speaking habits.
One last thing on mistakes. Don't judge yourself too harshly when you notice one. Awareness is actually the biggest step. The correction comes naturally after that.
Completely agree. Even we still catch ourselves saying sorry sometimes, and we've been doing this for a long time.
All right, now it's time for our Choose the Correct Sentence activity. This is one of our favorite parts of the episode.
We'll give you 2 options for each situation, and you decide which one sounds more confident. Ready?
Situation 1. You're giving your opinion in a meeting. Option A, maybe I sort of think we should try this. Option B, I think we should try this.
If you said B, you're right. Short, clear, and confident.
Situation 2. You disagree with a friend's plan. Option A, sorry, but I don't really know if that's a great idea. Option B, I'm not sure that's the best idea, actually.
Option B again, it's honest, direct, and doesn't start with an unnecessary apology.
Situation 3. Someone asks your opinion on a movie. Option A, it was, kind of good, I guess. Option B, I really enjoyed it.
B, of course. Notice how much shorter and stronger it is.
Situation 4, you need to correct someone politely. Option A, sorry, actually, I think that's maybe wrong. Option B, actually, I think that's incorrect.
B is clean, polite, and confident without extra apologizing.
Situation 5, you're asked to describe your city. Option A, said with a rising tone like a question, I live in a big city. Option B, said with a flat, confident tone, I live in a big city.
Same words, but B's tone makes it sound like a fact, not a question.
Situation 6. Someone challenges your idea at work. Option A. You're totally wrong about that. Option B. That's a fair point, but I still think my idea could work.
B. It's confident but also respectful, using our acknowledge then continue pattern from earlier.
Great job if you got most of these right. And remember, this isn't about sounding perfect.
Exactly. Real conversation isn't about perfect grammar every time. It's about being clear, direct, and comfortable with a few small mistakes along the way.
Confidence actually comes from talking more, not from waiting until your English is perfect.
Now, here's a challenge for you before we move on. Pick one situation from your own life this week, work, family, or friends, and create your own confident sentence for it.
Write it in the comments if you want us to check it. We love reading your original sentences, and it helps other listeners too.
So keep practicing, keep speaking, even if you make mistakes along the way.
Wow, what an episode. Let's quickly go over everything we learned about talking like a confident person in English.
We covered 3 main things. First, use strong, short sentences instead of soft, uncertain words like maybe or kind of.
Second, start your answers with confident opening phrases like I think, honestly, or in my opinion, and don't apologize for small pauses.
And third, use a steady, confident tone, especially for facts, and try the acknowledge then continue pattern when someone disagrees with you.
You did amazing today, and I really hope you feel a little more confident already just from listening.
Before we wrap up, here's something to think about. What's one sentence you say every day where you could sound a little more confident?
Take a second and really think about that. It could be at work, at home, or even just talking to yourself in the mirror.
Remember, confidence isn't about perfect English. It's about being clear, direct, and comfortable with a few small mistakes along the way.
If you try just one thing from today's episode, try removing the word maybe from a few of your sentences this week.
Let us know how it goes in the comments. We really do read every comment, and your stories help us make better episodes.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like this video, share it with a friend who's learning English, and comment your biggest takeaway.
And if you haven't already, subscribe to English Speaking Podcast so you never miss a new episode.
We put so much thought into each topic, and we truly love helping you speak with more confidence.
You've got this. Every confident speaker started exactly where you are right now.
Thanks so much for listening today, and we'll see you in the next episode.
See you next time.